Today, we've got a rooftop tent from Bushbuck. Well, good day and welcome back to JRC Adventures. Now, as you may have seen in the previous episode, firstly, if you haven't watched that, make sure you go and watch it, but we actually made, from scratch, a tub rack for the Hilux. Now, we gave away a few clues as to what the tub rack was for, but today we've got a rooftop tent that we're going to be putting on. Now, this is a rooftop tent from Bushbuck. So these guys are a New Zealand company, and I'm lucky enough that they've been able to send one over. It's a hard top rooftop tent. There's minimal welds in this. It's all folded, which means it's super strong, super sturdy. They've got a bunch of other features, but enough of me talking. Let's get this out of the box and let's get it on the tub rack. Let's get this out. I feel like my wheelie bin is going to be full of cardboard. It should be a pretty easy installation, really. So we've opened it up now. Look, first impressions, this thing is top quality. It's obviously aluminium, hard top shell. It's even got the railings on the top that I can put a solar panel or another rack if I want to carry anything else. It just looks super well made and super sturdy. I mean, right now I'm even sitting on the top. No dramas at all. We've got our box. These are our mounting accessories. Let's see what it comes with. We've got our canvas bag, instruction manual, whole bunch of ropes and tie downs. We've got our brackets. We're going to definitely need those. What's this? This looks like a little repair kit. All of our bolts, a couple other bits and pieces. And look at this. It even comes with a 17mm ratchet spanner. So I'm guessing the bolts, you guessed it, 17mm. But I think even that is unreal. We might need to go get some muscle, aka Moses, so we can lift this rooftop tent onto the Hilux. The tent weighs 80 kilos and it's definitely a two-person job to lift it on the car. If you're putting this on your roof, you need 4 people as you have to lift it pretty high. We managed to get it on without too much of a struggle, but I think it's time for me to join the gym. Then we made sure it was center and as far forward as possible. And Moses was away, so very poor form from Moses, but no, I got one of the other neighbors to give me a hand. Normally the thin end goes to the front of the car and the bulkier end goes to the back of the car because most people put this on their roof racks, but because mine I put it on the tub rack at the back here, I just thought it might look a little bit odd with the big section at the back, small section at, closer to the cab. We haven't bolted anything on. I've got the instructions manual out. Gonna have a quick little read, make sure we're doing everything correct, and then we'll bolt it in. We're coming underneath the tub. I got my 17mm that it comes with, all my nuts and bolts. And now this is basically, we've got our bracket, and that will go up under like that. Chuck a couple of bolts in it. Luckily these ones lined up pretty well. It's metal on metal, so they've actually thought about that, and they've got rubber on the brackets, especially when you're going over corrugation and four-wheel driving. That is really good. Another thing that is that they've done that I really like, nylon lock nuts. And these just really help prevent them rattling loose. The last thing you want is your rooftop tent coming loose. We're out of the driveway and we're in the bush, so I wanted to show you how easily this thing sets up and then talk through a couple of features about the Bushbuck Armadillo. So first, let's chuck the drone in the air and then let's set it up.
First things first, you want to park on flat ground. Then undo the 2 side clips and push the hard shell up. It's got strong gas struts that will do the rest. There's an elastic strap that holds the canvas together, which you unclip and walk around. You can see we removed the ladder cover and then pull the ladder out all the way. Use the ladder as leverage and then you can watch the Armadillo tent take shape. The ladder cover can be rolled up and it's kept nice and tidy via 2 Velcro straps. There's also 2 clips underneath the tent that lock it all in place. Inside, there is a bag with the poles. We first did the side awning with the 2 poles. These simply hook into the canvas and then slide into a hole at the bottom of the tent. It's the exact same process for the front awning. First, we put in the left side, then we put in the right, and now this tent is pretty much done.
One of the great things about this is these bags here. So they've got 2 canvas bags, super well made. So this one is the shoe bag, and there's a little rail under here. So each side of the ladder. So I'm going to put it in now. So it literally just slides on in. You just push it in. One for this side. Now this one here, this is a shoe bag. So if I flip it open, you can roll it up. Comfortably fits 2 shoes. I've got a vent at the bottom as well, so all your water is going to run out. So that's awesome. If it's raining, night, dew in the morning, flick your legs over, put on your shoes. That I think is truly amazing. Now another one, I'm going to flip to this side. Same idea, but this is like the Bushbuck gear bag. So again, I'm going to put it into this this little channel, feed it in, nice and tight. Whether you want to put your toiletries in here, even your lights, like if you need to get up in the middle of the night, go to the toilet, put your torches in here, whatever you need. Another great bit of kit, a bit of protective cover as well, just to make sure any rain, nothing's going to get on your gear. First thing to notice, most rooftop tents, when you open the front door, if it's raining, you're going to get wet. This one has a perfect, almost fly, a little bit of an annex here that's really going to protect you. So even when I'm putting my shoes on, I'm still well and truly undercover. Alrighty, let's jump in. So inside there is an absolute stack of room, well and truly enough room for Meg, myself. We can even have Judah sleep in here with us. It's perfect. And the good thing is, you'll notice I'm sitting up and my head isn't even touching, so there's definitely enough room to get dressed and all that you want. Lying down as well, I'm not that tall, but I've got heaps of leg room, heaps of width, so it is beautiful. It's a honeycomb mattress, water resistant. Couple other things to note, there is integrated lights. So on this bar up here, there's lights which will provide a whole lot of lights for whatever you're doing at night. And it's the same with underneath the bit that folds out. There's also lights there. That's just powered by USB. I can turn the brightness up and down, on and off. Fantastic. At the back, this is the Bushbuck wardrobe. So if I undo this, there's massive big pockets there. Perfect to put all your clothes, whatever you need. And on the other side, same sort of thing. There's the Bushbuck utility. Again, Velcro cover, a whole lot of pockets there. The best thing, there's heaps of ventilation. So we've even got a sunroof. This here zips open. You're not going to get wet because there's still a see-through tarp on top, but a bit of moonlight nighttime if you want that. And then to the sides as well, you can close it up to keep things nice and dark, or you can mesh, or if you need to pass something to somebody outside, open it right up and there you go. So you've got that on both sides, front as well. This is really a quite neat, well-made setup. As you see, this thing is super easy to set up. The design of it is unreal and the build quality is fantastic. Even they've used 3mm aluminium for the checker plate, the hard roof top. So this thing is sturdy. Also, the reason that they're actually so good is because they use less welds and more folds, which just gives them longevity, and the build quality just increases, goes through the roof. They come in 2 sizes, so this is actually the smaller of the 2. This is 1.5 by 2 meters, but you can actually get a bigger one if you if you're a bit of a taller person. One of the ways that Bushbuck have actually made sure that the inside of this thing stays pretty cool is by adding what they call a tropical roof. So what that is basically this section right here goes over the whole of the top. It's another layer of insulation, and it also reduces condensation. One final thing and feature that I wanted to show you is this thing is fully dust and water sealed. It's got a massive seal on here that as it clamps down, and you actually feel when you go to open it, it feels like all the air needs to be sucked back into it. That's because it's got a really good seal, and that's just another thing of why Bushbuck rooftop tents are in a league of their own.
As you can probably tell, I think the Bushbuck tent is absolute quality. So if you're interested in getting your own, they've actually given me a discount code so you can save a stack of coin and use JRC at the checkout.
This is the final piece of the puzzle. So stoked with the Bushbuck. Here we go. Oh, the level of satisfaction for that. Well, that's all we got time for this episode. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, give it a like and subscribe. I'll use this thing a whole bunch, and then I'll give you some more feedback and my thoughts once I've had a chance to use it. Thanks so much for watching. See you on the next episode.